Hello again, everybody. It's been 5 months since my operation, 5 months and a few days. My artificial disc replacement at C5 to C6 and C6 to C7. For those of you that have been following my channel, you saw the last update, which was 3 weeks after my operation. I was still on leave from work at that time and still recovering, a little bit of pain and soreness here and there. But I wanted to upload this video kind of by popular demand because people have been asking questions about, where I am and how things are going and pain and whether or not the issue is still resolved and those sorts of things. The other thing that I got a request on was to take a look at the original MRI images, which I did go back and grab a copy of those. So I'll show those in the video tonight. But today is November 22nd, 2025. And like I said, it's been about 5 months. So, quick update on any sort of pain or discomfort. Like I covered in the 3 week video, it's been pretty consistent the whole time post operation. I haven't had any significant pain or numbness or tingling or anything like that. There's a couple of things that are pretty significant that have changed. I'm able to sleep on my right hand side. I'm a side sleeper. So, sleeping on my right hand side causes my neck to go back into the left if it's on the pillow. That issue is completely resolved. I can sleep on my right hand side now. I actually sleep all the way through the night now, which is great. Um, Over the course of 2 or 3 months following the operation, I did have a very slow releasing of muscle tightness and soreness down my back. And when I say that, what I mean is gradually it kept going lower and lower as far as like muscles loosening up and actually relaxing and feeling a lot better. I will say 5 months post operation, the muscle tense or muscle tension and a little bit of soreness associated with that is still there a little bit. It's not really anywhere near as bad. Quality of life is infinitely higher, infinitely better. I will say that. But I haven't had any lingering pain or issues after the operation. Just out of curiosity, because I've seen other folks on YouTube have either good luck or bad luck with this, I'd be curious to get like a 6 month post-op X-ray done or MRI done or whatever the case is. Supposedly they're titanium, and I can have an MRI done. There's no impact on that. I did get a chance to go through the airport without any issues and then metal detectors and things, so no issues there. But yeah, overall quality of life has been really, really good, really, really greatly improved in regards to like my physical health and my, the neck issue. So, all of that being said, one of the things that I got a request on was to take a look at the pre operation MRI images. Let's take a look here. So I've got one and two. Let me pull them up on screen. Share the screen here with you guys. So these are the images taken before the operation. And to be specific, this image, it was the same MRI, but it's actually just two separate images from that particular download. These images were taken a year before my operation. So the notes on the one that I had right before my operation, they had noted that there's not a lot of significant change, and I don't have access to that one. I do have, web access to this one. I can just log into the tool and look at it. So I captured these, operating under the assumption that these are going to be at least pretty similar to the ones that I had right before my surgery. So you can see on the left-hand side here, that's just kind of a general one. If you look at, I think it's C6 to C7, that's the one on the bottom. So if you take a look at the one on the right, this little guy here, so this spot right here is what I'm trying to highlight. I think that's the C6 to C7 slot. I'm not 100% sure, but you can kind of see they had referenced end plate changes on that one. So you can kind of see it's starting to protrude into other areas that it's kind of not supposed to. And if you look up here, like to one of the healthier ones, which would be like, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, they seem a little bit more normal. They're not really protruding into the, spinal cord area as much. um, I am not a doctor. I can't diagnose these things. I don't know a lot about them, but I just see what I view to be normal versus this tragedy that we have going on down here. Um, but yeah, you can't really see it as well in the left hand side images, and these are just different slices from the same MRI. But this was something that I had questions about, so I just wanted to show these two images as part of this follow up video. But I really have to say, after all this time, I don't have any regrets about the operation. I still think it was a great idea for me to go through it. I'm still very, very thankful for the surgeon and the staff and all that sort of stuff. My incision is almost not visible anymore. Um, like you actually kind of have to be looking for it at this point, but you can't really. Let's do this. Can't really see much there. It's this little guy right here. Kind of hard to see now at this point, and I have no pain around the incision area. This all feels completely normal, even when I apply pressure. I wouldn't have even known that the operation took place. I would not have any idea that there are two artificial discs in my neck. I have no idea. Everything feels completely normal. I'm able to do, I'm able to run on a treadmill. I don't really run outside on the concrete because my left knee has been problematic for many, many years, but I can run on a treadmill because it's a little more flexible and absorbent. No issues there whatsoever. That seems completely normal. Can ride a bike. I got a new bike last year. I think I may have mentioned that in one of the other videos. I can ride the bike completely normal. I actually went for a 20-mile ride shortly after returning to work, and that was completely normal. I did not have any strength loss or numbness or tingling in my left arm or hand. I didn't have any pain associated with that. It was really, really nice to get back into that. But it was great to see all the engagement in the comments. Love all the questions. I'm really, I had no idea that there were this many people undergoing this particular procedure. Um, but I love all the engagement. Thank you guys for your questions. I'm going to keep engaging on it. I keep an active, I get notifications for this stuff. So I'll respond or, reply or whatever as fast as I can. And I've actually gotten folks that have reached out outside of YouTube for either feedback on my experience or specific questions. Some things around the MRI and why I've had questions around why the artificial disc replacement instead of the fusion. I've kind of talked about that a little bit. I guess when you're younger and you have an opportunity to heal faster, or there's you want to keep mobility in between the discs, I think that's kind of a preference for artificial disc replacement as opposed to the ACDF, which is a fusion. Um, I have had several members of my family on my dad's side. So there's four men on my dad's side, the four brothers. I think three out of the four have undergone some sort of neck procedure at this point, and just kind of seems to be a common thing. I didn't expect to hit that at 35 years old, but here we are. I'm once again forever grateful that I did the procedure. Very happy with the results, and this is my 5-month update. And I hope you guys continue the engagement. If you have questions, put it in the YouTube comments or reach out to me on some other platform. Some of you have found me on other platforms, so appreciate all the questions, and hope you guys are happy and healthy. And if you're undergoing a procedure like this, I hope it goes super well and smooth for you.